What's good? It's Trap Savage TV, man. I'm back with another one. Now, I came across a post, man, with Oblock E Dogg said something, that's very important that people need to understand is that, you got to know, what position everybody serve that's around you. Because, you know, everybody out there for a purpose. You might not know what it is, but, when you get into the game, man, you got to know what you want out of it. Because if you don't know what you want out of it, then you suspect to crash out at any moment. You know what I'm saying? You got to know your environment. If you don't know what's in your environment, then basically you just walking blind. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be able to fall for any trap or fall for anything. So that's why some of the guys been able to last for so long because they know, you know what I'm saying? Who they got around them. They know who the robbers. They know who the killers. They know who the scammers. They know who to go to. You know what I'm saying, when they need certain things. So you know what I'm saying. You got to play your position smart. It's easy to get in the streets, like I say, but you know what I'm saying. It's the price to pay for you to get out of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get in it, then it's hard to really maneuver and do the things that you feel you're gonna do because now you held to a certain law, a code of honor. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it gotta be honor amongst thieves. You know what I'm saying? It can't be a bunch of things. It can't be a bunch of thieves and don't be no honor. You know what I'm saying? And that's what be happening. When you got dudes snaking their guys, dudes snaking dudes they grew up with, dudes telling on dudes they grew up with. So, you know, it just lets you know at the end of the day, a lot of times some dudes think, shit, I'm all for myself at the end of the day. Because once guys start seeing that you go to jail, people ain't holding you down, they ain't holding your family down. You know what I'm saying? Because I think like this. Do y'all really think that anybody in O Block would have backdoored King Von, and anybody would have thought about doing something to him that went against the code in O Block? I don't think nobody would have tried nothing like that. Because for number one, he had too much respect. He did too much for the O. His position was solidified. It was nobody willing to challenge him. You know what I'm saying? Unlike somebody like Chief Keef, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What dudes really seen him, seems like a wink link in his armor. You feel me? So dudes would have tried him. Dudes would have been like, you know what I'm saying? He from the O and all that, but we don't really look at him as, you know what I'm saying, that figure, that dude that's really, standing out here, gonna stand on it with us. Even though he probably did, but, the respect is different. You know what I'm saying? And, Von came back and dropped the bag for his people. He did a lot for his people, man. He brought the people with him. That's one thing he did. It's one thing what Boss Top had on this IG where you can see Von handing Boss Top the stack of money. Like, look, you ball out, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Von did. It wasn't about him. So, in the trenches, when you really, really out there with the guys, it's not about you. It's the love that you show. Because the love that you show is gonna go a long way. I've been out there with dudes that was hungry. You after you smoking and blowing weed, and you got dudes hungry. You got dudes really, that really don't got it. But if you got it, you gotta show the love. Come on, bro, I got you. I'll get you something to eat, bro. I'll take you home or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That go a long way. Rather you got some of the guys, you make them walking. You got them walking home, walking through enemy territory. Now they gotta think like, man, am I even gonna make it? It's a bunch of guys out here, but ain't nobody trying to think about my safety. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about your guy's safety. You really out there locked in with him, man. So E Dogg, you know what I'm saying? He said a lot, man. You really got to know what part you playing, because it's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? And I fuck with Durkee. You know what I'm saying? I share his music. I speak to bro. He little bro. He cool. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I didn't expect for some of his guys to do that to what they did to him. I didn't expect that. You know what I'm saying? Because you see on the music videos, it seemed like everybody locked in, everybody supporting each other, everybody really moving as one in the O. But, when certain things happen, then, it fractured the whole movement. You feel what I'm saying? Now you see where you got to pick a side and choose a side. Now you got dudes rocking with these dudes, and Durkee rocking with his people, and other, Ty Moon rocking with his people, G Nook rocking with his people, Muna Duke, Gleesh, Boss Top, everybody choosing their side and rocking with who they rocking with, because at the end of the day, it's about who you can trust. You know what I'm saying? If you got dudes around you that's unpredictable, you know what I'm saying, you're not really, you know what I'm saying, aware of what's going on, then you liable to fall victim. You feel me? And ain't nobody trying to be victims to these streets, man. That ain't nobody trying to be no statistic. You feel what I'm saying? We all trying to make it out, man. Prosper, move your family out, enjoy life. Life is already hard as it is. So, when you get an opportunity, to get in the game, man, play your part. You know what I'm saying? Do what you're supposed to do. Live by the code. Be a stand-up guy. You know what I'm saying? And you don't gotta talk a lot. Just listen. If you around and you listen and you don't talk a lot, then you know what I'm saying, your mind will be open to a lot more. But dudes that get out there and get to talking a lot and you know what I'm saying, get to moving fast, them the dudes that be running ahead of their time. You know what I'm saying? And end up crashing out because they didn't take the time to learn. The streets is like a learning. It's a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? It's a learning experience. And sometimes some people learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? But I just hope this is a message for everybody, man. Take heed to what E Dogg saying for real. That's a real message for real for everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Know what part you playing. Because this is viable to your survival. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to put it like this, simple as this. If you in the jungle, you got lions, you got gorillas, you know what I'm saying? You got elephants, you got anacondas, you got snakes. All them know their place in the ecosystem. Everybody stay in their habitat. You don't see no snake trying to go outside the jungle, you know what I'm saying, into the open plains where the lions is at. You don't see no, you know what I'm saying, you don't see that. You don't see no gorillas trying to be outside of the jungle. They stay in their own habitat where they feel that they got the advantage and they feel that they safe. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing that we do in the trenches. You go where you feel safe. You go where the love at. You go where you think the love at. You know what I'm saying? You got dudes outside that's informers that get paid, man. All they do is collect information. That's their job. You know what I'm saying? Dudes get paid off that. Dudes make a living off that. You know what I'm saying? Why do y'all think every time a dude got to go to court, you know what I'm saying, it's somebody, a confidential informant, somebody that's been around. You know what I'm saying? And you might know him, but the dude, he probably ain't saying too much. He probably ain't, you know what I'm saying? But that's his job. So you got to be mindful that everybody that's in the streets is not solidified. Everybody not no made man. Everybody not no, you know what I'm saying, no stand-up guy. Everybody not no stepper. Everybody not that. So you got to be mindful, man, of who really playing a role and who really in it for real. Because I heard somebody told me before in the street, man, a dude say, look, it's a difference when you really, really living by, you know what I'm saying, the gang and the code, and it's a difference where you just from it. Some dudes just from certain organizations and certain things, and then you got some dudes that's really in it that you know what I'm saying, that's playing a pivotal role that you really don't see, and that's really, you know what I'm saying, you might think that you doing something, but behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying, it's major strings being pulled and, you know what I'm saying, things being moved around, you know what I'm saying, and, real motion being made, so that's what we got to be mindful of, is that, you might, it's levels. It's levels to this. It's levels to the street game. You know what I'm saying? And with that said, man, I respect E Dogg for that because he played the position wise. You really don't hear a lot about him. He don't talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? And he really don't really just, put his business out there. But you will see him going out with the guys and flicks and stuff like that, having fun, as he should, But, other than that, you really don't hear a lot. DQ the same way. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, it's a reason. It's an art to knowing how to move out here. That's an art, man. Some dudes move sloppy because they don't know how to move no other way. And you got some guys that move silent because that's the only way they know how to move. You know what I'm saying? I was taught that if you outside hustling, you just standing out there and the police come by, guess what? You just put yourself on the map. You just made yourself a target, rather than you trying to duck off and trying to do things low key where you just not outside in the open. So like I said, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. But with that said, man, comment, like, subscribe. I appreciate the level of support, man. I hope y'all appreciate it. You know the content. We're gonna keep going up as love.